late this week. Let me just send this out. Let me just send this out on fucking Snapchat. And let me apologise for being late. Let me put a hat on because my hair is fucking... No, that's not too bad, but we're going to put a hat on anyway because, you know what I mean, I'm gangster like that, yeah? No Lozzie. No, there isn't going to be some funny gag where I tell you he's left the channel and then he pops in through the door. He has told me that he was at a wedding and basically he's still pissed. So he's not here. We will crack on. I don't know if he's going to be in the chat because I saw he responded to Tambo on Twitter. Loz is not dead, but he is not here. Gonna eat a yogurt. But guys, I need to warn you. Okay? Need to warn you. There's a lot of poo tonight. Let me just... How's the microphone, guys? Because we had the microphone set up for some ASMR fucking Evil Within plays, which you can check out on DR Game, and it's been great. I've done 5 hours so far. I don't know if he's got the job yet. He did a medical. The medical was in Birmingham, but he'll be working here if he gets it. But yeah, fingers crossed for that. Right, let's have a look. Who we got in the chat anyway? So we've got Ben, Chris, Dave, Alex, Maria, Olivia, India, Kieran, Twisted, Jack Knight. Use a spoon, you absolute paedophile. Happen to have one right here. Is this man drinking yogurt? I know, right? But let me tell you guys, okay, web show tonight, lots of poo. We also have some relationship advice. We have a pooey sexual story and some relationship advice. Which would you like first? Aaron Coombs, it is never too late to email, mate. In fact, I'd quite like it if you did. Why are there more mods? I've been here for way longer asking for one and some fairly new people get them. I feel shafted. Jack, I'm sorry. You're a modern DR gaming man. To be fair, the reason more people started getting mod status was because the streams were picking up and it was hard to like spot the OGs in the chat. So, you know, and if it does pick up again, or when it picks up again, you know, more people will become mods because it's actually more for me to be able to see my OGs in the chat. Everyone's just asking for mods. Zach Kyriaka D's up in the chat. This is great. This is great. But yes, guys. Indy, you've been here for like 10 minutes. For fuck's sake. Alex, I need to ask. Is Lucy alright? Because since in the group chat there was that discussion and it kind of got turned into a feminist debate, she hasn't spoken or been on a stream since, so I hope she's alright. I hope there was no offence. Maria, an OG, is an original gangster, someone who's been around for a long time. Tommy Evans, hello, brother. No way, Lucy, you're here. Oh, thank fuck. I was worried. I was starting to worry that I might have offended you or upset you and you just, like, binned off the DR channel. Speak of the devil and the reed shall appear. George, for fuck's sake, the convo yesterday. What's an OG? Oh yeah. Up in the group chats. Don't worry, George. I'm just a moron who leaves her phone on the tube. Ouch. Guys, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start off with a little bit of relationship advice for someone. It's not anonymous, and I believe they're in the chat. And also some relationship advice that hasn't been emailed in, but it's from our good friend Archie Kingham. Original Gremlin. I like it. Caitlin, welcome. Also, guys, what I want you guys to do, if you can, is basically do a Snapchat story, right, of this stream, and put it on your Snapchat story. It's under our story, so what that does, it goes to your local area. So if you're like uni or whatever, then basically what it does is it opens up to potentially more people coming and seeing this channel, right? But what I want you to do, we'll set it up, okay? So it's like decent advertising, yeah. I'll be like recording 3, 2, 1. Then I'll start a bit about all the poo and sexual encounters and stuff, and then if you could post it to our story, that would be grand. All right, guys, that would be super duper duper duper. Emma is here. Olivia Mully is here. So guys, if you can have your Snapchats at the ready, hit 1 in the chat if you got your Snapchat ready to record a story for me. Okay, here we go. Ones, few ones, few ones. A 7 from Zach, but he does like to be different, but that's okay. That is okay. 1, 21, 21. Okay, guys, so in 3, 2, 1. And then basically, during freshers, he did her in the arse, she shit all over him, and in a panic, he wiped himself down, which what turned out to be her prom dress. So there you go, guys. You can now post that to our story, and then we'll go from there. All right. Chris, nice. As a supposed story, 2 is more appropriate. I like it. Jack Knight with the pound sign. Tommy Evans with the 21. Okay. This is the highbrow content I've come to expect around here, I know. Also, Ben, if it's okay with you, I will do your picture on Photoshop as soon as the web show's finished, right, bud? Dallas Days, Todd, are you here? Okay, guys, right, let's just kick off, right, with some advice. Now, this isn't anonymous, and to be fair, I don't see why it would be. It's our good friend Tommy Evans, yeah? Northern Tommy, as he likes to be known. Now, this is one that I can almost relate to, as this was one of my biggest fears. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay, so hi Jordan and Loz. Apologies, Loz is not here. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. Okay? Going to try and keep this short and fucking sweet. Basically, I recently found out that my sister, who is in year 8, now, correct me if I'm wrong, year 8 is around the age of 12, 13, right? 12, 13, is dating a year 10, I believe, is around the age of 15. Year 10 is 15, if I'm correct. Who also happens to be a cocky prick. Should I twat him, bearing in mind I'm in year 12? Now, you have to forgive me. I went to college. I didn't stick with like a high school 6th form, so I finished at year 11. So I'm guessing year 12 is like 16, 17. Right? Or should I just let it be? Thanks, Tommy. P.S. Nathan has daddy issues, brackets, it's why he thinks he's edgy. Okay, so basically we have a 12, 13-year-old sister who is dating a 15-year-old. Now, obviously, let's get the basics out of the way. They're both underage. However, that is no excuse because she is considerably younger. And I remember there was something similar when I was at school. Basically, I was in year 11 and this guy, who I won't name, was going out with a year 8. And everyone was just like, that's fucked up. Because it is fucked up. Lucy Reed says, year 8 is still a child. Year 10s want to experiment. Needs to be intervened. Absolutely. That is a very key point. As a year 10 and year 11 boy, hell, even year 9, I was very much, you know, with puberty, sex on the mind, sex on the mind. I didn't actually lose my virginity until college. But anyway, sex on the mind, sex on the, you know. And so if this kid is year 10, you know for a fact that's what they're thinking. Okay? Now, let's just brush past just for a second the whole year 8, year 10, because we've established that is wrong. Should you twat him? You are 17. See, it's a very grey area, right? If you were 18 and over, I'd say absolutely not. Plus, I'd never advocate violence. But you're in this grey area where it wouldn't be an adult assaulting a child. So it's difficult. And I'm not saying to do it at all. I'm not saying to do it, right? I'd certainly intervene. Maybe not physically, unless you want to try to scare him off. But I would definitely say this is wrong. This is not happening. You know, you can go fuck yourself. Now, I had something similar with my sister. She was 15, 16 in her last year of school. She was in year 11 at the time. Okay. And basically there was a guy, well, a kid who was 18 who worked at the high school. And basically Chloe told me, George, this guy, basically he was asking all the year 10 and 11 girls for their phone numbers, right? I'm just telling you this story because this is how I dealt with it. But obviously it was different because technically we're 2 adults. Basically, for a start, she texted me all this when I had just finished a gym session, so there's a lot of testosterone going around, right? Basically, this 18-year-old who worked in a school, and I have done work experience in a school, and I can tell you right now the safeguarding procedures and things you have, the hoops you have to jump through to work in a school, you are well aware. You do not talk to students inappropriately. You do not hand your phone number out, and you do not ask for phone numbers from people, or from children in a school. That's just a given. That's just a no fucking brainer, right? So basically, this was going on. He'd got her number and a few of their friends and stuff, and basically he started sending them messages, and she didn't like it, and so she asked me to intervene. So what did I do? I simply threatened him. On Facebook, I sent him a message and I said, listen, mate, right? I know what you're doing. I've been informed of what you are doing, okay? You are going to stop what you are doing. I am not going to hurt you. I'm not going to harm you because I don't have to, because what you are doing will get you sent to prison for being essentially a paedophile. Do you know what happens to paedophiles in prison? It's not great. So you should probably stop going down this path while you still can. And that was all I sent him. And then he blocked me. And then I rang the school up and informed them that this guy who worked for them was asking these children for their mobile numbers. And he was quickly sacked. Right? But so what I'm saying, Tommy, is you can, like, fuck with him psychologically rather than getting yourself in trouble by physically assaulting him, yeah? You can say, look, mate, right, you're 15, yeah? You're still underage, technically, all right. She's 12. That's wrong. When you turn 16, you can go to juvie or prison for this, right? That would make you a sex offender. That would put you on a register. That would make you a paedophile. And do you know what happens to paedophiles in prison? Boom. It's difficult. Maria makes a good point. George, that sounds different though. Your sister wasn't keen. Tommy is your sister into the guy. Caitlin says, yeah, but this guy's a year 10. He's not mature in any way. Yeah, I get it. 100 guys, this is what I'm saying. This is very difficult. It's a very grey area, right? But I think it's still wrong. It's a very, very... This is why... And please don't take this the wrong way, Tommy. When I received this email, I was like, okay, this is a fantastic talking point, right? I'd have a word. I'd 110% have a word, and I'd just be like, look, this isn't on. And, you know, if it is going the wrong way, right, I'd just make it as difficult as humanly possible, you know? Just get your parents to intervene. Paedophiles' anal virginities doesn't last a day in prison. Tommy, just tell your parents. This is a weird time to join the stream. Not entirely sure what's happening, Callum. Basically, our friend Tommy Evans has emailed in. His sister, who's in year 8, is dating a year 10. Should he twat him? That is the question. If that was my sister, I'd just make sure his intentions were along the right track, and if I didn't trust him, I'd go with my gut instinct and intervene. I'm not a snitch isn't a particularly convincing argument when it messes up her sexual development for the next 10 years, says Lucy. Fantastic point. Pay someone in his year to do him then? It's a very, very, very interesting talking point. To play devil's advocate, the guy isn't in the wrong per se, just a guy with a childish mind. He isn't a cunt, but it shouldn't happen. Have a word with him and your sister. It's just weird though, because even when I was in year 10, but then again, I know, you know, people develop at all different ages, but like thinking about like kids in year 8, there's a massive difference between year 8 and year 10, like, and then year 11, and then, you know, even now, like, fucking hell, like, when I think back to when I started college at 16, like all my friend group and that, I like picture us like how we are now. But then if I ever see college students or people coming out of college, they look so much younger than us. And it's like, whoa, like, you know, obviously your perceptions and things when you're there at that age are completely different. But I'm pretty sure when I was in year 10, year 8s literally looked like 10-year-old children, which is fucked up. I think, to be honest, unless, you know, if you really want to play devil's advocate here, I don't agree with this whole 15-year-old, 12-year-old. I think that's wrong. And you know what? You could be doing him a favour by getting him out of this situation and stopping this situation further down the line. That's another way to look at it. Doesn't matter how decent he is when she's still just a kid. True, says True Corbin. How old are year 10s and year 8s? I believe it's like 12 and 15, yeah. Mentally, they are like 5 years apart. Ed Bonnie, welcome. Ben, thrown in if you haven't already. Please like the video. I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate it. Tommy Evans says, oh man, I can't even repeat that. That's pretty sick. Bad sick. Bad sick. And you know, at the same time, right, there's this girl in my year, and from the age of 14, she was going out with a 21-year-old, and he lived at her house. They're still together, but that was just fucking weird. But no one ever really said anything. But looking back, like, Jesus Christ, if my sister, even at 16... I'd have an issue with her going out with a 21-year-old, right? A big issue. And it's all completely legal. But 14? I'd probably be in prison. I wouldn't lie to you for just fucking him up. I think. Put it this way, says Callum Ryan. Next year, this guy will turn 16, and that's a fairly big turning point in being a teenager. And your sister will be 13, 14 at this point, so you might want to do something before that. Maria says she might like an older guy. But I tell you what, this is what is so fantastic about the diversity within the community that we're building here, within the Sesh Gremlins, is there's a nice split between male and female, so we can get two sides, you know, because thinking, you know, back to school and things like that, and even college and even now, a lot of my female friends have older partners. Like girls, like what, you know, what is it? But you know, why is that? Why does that tend to be the case, or why is that sometimes the case? You know, but I mean, I've been out with people that are older than me. You know, it's like for me, it was like a maturity difference. You know, I was 19, I went out with a 22-year-old, 23. Well, fucking hell, when I was 18, I started seeing a 25-year-old. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted a more mature conversation kind of thing, and yeah, so I guess is it the same? I don't know. Why would you go for someone older than perhaps your own age? Is what I'm asking. Alex Gorham says half your age plus 7. So what would that be? 23. So 11 and a half. 18 and a half, guys. To be fair, my ex was 19. Emma, I don't see it as a massive deal. He hasn't done anything wrong. If he starts pressuring her into sex, then yeah, he's a sex pest. But right now, there's no reason to take him. To be fair, Emma, we don't know that information. We don't actually know whether he is or not. Jasper is back. Ben says, if she looks good, take the chance is my rule. Heard of 16-year-olds going out with 22-year-olds? Yeah, I know. I'm well aware it happens. I know it happens. Think about all the shit that people would say about them. It's better in every way to just stop it, says Lily Todd. I'm going to have a word with him, and if he tries to act hard, I'm going to fuck him up. Tommy. Can I graft a year 5, please? I swear I'm a decent guy, says Alex Corbin, for fuck's sake. Josh Wilkes, love it. I'm 17 and my girlfriend is 23 and a porn star. I'm living it up. There we go. There we go. If he gets cocky with you, he's got no respect. George likes a cougar, says Maria. You're not wrong, Geese. Ed Bonnie says, yeah, and the girl might get labelled as a slut and may get bullied for it, so intervene, I'd say. 25-year-old fat lad. My cousin's 17. She's going out with a 20-year-old lad. Yeah, but 20 and 17 ain't too bad, I guess. Well, but then again, maybe 28. I don't know. Let's address the absence of laws. Feel like we'd need his insight. Yeah. I know, it's a shame he's not here. 12 is too young to think about sexual encounters, and a 15-year-old will have that on his mind soonish, if not already. If you want your sister not to have a drug problem or sexually scarred, intervene now. I'd say anyway. I would second that opinion, Chris. Jasper says, the MD come down feels like someone shoved a dick coated with sandpaper down my throat. Jesus Christ. I didn't read that first. Had I have, I probably wouldn't have read it out. Emma says, girls like older boys. She probably feels mature dating him, but she's 12. Do you know what I mean? It's like, Right. Alex says, I'm 13. Oh, okay. Olivia Mully says, it only becomes alright when you hit a certain age. My mum and dad are 6 years apart, but when you're 12 and 15, you haven't matured enough yet. It's very true. It's very true. Dallas days. To be honest, year 10s are usually starting to go to parties and start having sexual encounters, but a year 8 is so innocent. It's very true. Ben's flipping the coin. He says, to be fair, my mate lost his virginity at 12 to a 14-year-old girl. Maria, Loz knows all about dealing with 12-year-old girls. Oh, Jesus. Emma says, it's just my opinion. Sorry you hate it. I'm a female opinion. Yeah, no, I'm not attacking your opinion. I'm just saying your assumption that it hasn't got to a certain point. Like, without the information, we can't assume either way. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to have a yogurt, do you know what I mean? But this is a great talking point. You know, it doesn't line up with the diarrhea all over a prom dress title. So at the minute, if you just tuned in, you might be a bit confused. But we'll get to the diarrhea. When I was in year 8, I was a player of the year group. I've calmed it down the last couple of years, given others a chance. Jesus, Josh. Plus or minus 1 year up until 16, then plus or minus 2 or 3 years till 20, then all's fair. Yeah. Tom Pascal says, to be honest, yeah, around 15, 16 is when most lads start like discovering that sort of thing. James Westgate. Let's just say anyone who does drama at GCSE is a concern, especially if they get an A star. Thanks, James. That would be me. Where did Lozzie go, Jordan? He was at a wedding, and so he's feeling a bit worse for wear. This is why you don't eat yogurt live on stream. What a twat. I deserve that. I fucking deserve that. I deserve that. Fuck. Wait, so Chris, what age can an 18-year-old girl go for? 20, 21, I'd say. Says Chris. Oh, fuck. Just watch these shorts as well. Cum drip, screenshot. Dick Photoshop. Jesus. I'm going back to drinking it, alright? Because it's just safer that way. Do you know what I mean? What age did everyone lose their virginity out of interest of those who have, says Lucy. I was 16 at college. Didn't have a girlfriend throughout the whole of high school. I was Mr. Friendzone. Literally. Bit of spillage there, Gee, says Pascal. You're right, mate. Corbin says not until my wedding day. Who the fuck drinks yogurt? India says 8. Chris is hoping it's going to be this weekend. Tommy was 16. Ben lost his at 19. Ben's 18. The big Kempster was 28. Tom Pascal 16. Corbin was 16. Olivia was 16. India was 16. Big Kempster was actually 9.5. Lucy was 17. Ben is currently 18. Tommy Evans, oh my god, same Jordan. Dave, 15. Zach is a Mormon, yeah? Zach is a Mormon. Like the stream, guys, if you haven't already, that'd be great. Aaron Coombs, 16. I think I was 17, might have been 18, says Chris. Close is 15. Ben says, it's called the Law of Attraction, Jordan. I'm looking forward to the day. Fair play, geese. Fair play, geese. Right, let's rein it back in to the question. Should Tommy twat him? I'm going to say no. Have a word? Yes. Tell your parents? Why not? Don't assault him, because then you get in trouble. The Big Kemser says, are there any virgins above the age of 25 in circulation? Is that a thing? There we go. Dave says, definitely chin him. Okay, if we just have a quick yes or no, to should Tommy twat this guy. Okay, I'm saying no for the record. Guys in the chat, guys and gals, should this person be assaulted? Tom Pascal comes straight in with curb stomp the CUNT. Maria says no. Tommy says... sorry, the big Kempser says film it. Jesus. Chloe says no. Olivia Brown says no. Lucy Reed says thanks for participating in my virginity survey. India says don't twat him as of yet. Talk to him, and if he acts like a dickhead, then yeah, go for it. Ed Bonnie says nah, just talk. Zach Kyriakides says I wouldn't do it anyway. Oh, he wouldn't do it anyway. Chris Matthews has started a straw poll. Should Tommy twat him? Yes, no. Fuck him instead. Jesus, I'll vote for no. And we'll see how we get on. So we've got 25% saying fuck him instead, 25% saying yes, 50% saying no. Oh, it's forever evolving. Honestly, talk to him, and if he's a dick, then fuck him up, says Lily Todd. Aaron Coombs says grip him up and talk. Oh, we've got fuck him instead is now in the lead with 50% of the votes. 30% say no, 20% say yes. God damn it. I voted to fuck him, I don't know why. Says Tommy Evans voted. I'm now scared. This is now flipped from one pedo to now potentially you being the pedo. Oh god, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Yeah, this is unanimous, I think. Well, say unanimous, 62% is really not unanimous, but 62% says fuck him instead. So thank you for that straw poll, Chris. We really appreciate it. Helps us out. Helps us out massively. There. Solved the problem. Solves the problem. Right. So, guys. Ollie says just go for it. Next up tonight, on to Catch a Predator. Tommy Evans. That would be one hell of an awkward sexual encounter story, says India Rose. Okay, guys. Here we go. Right? Also, guys, if you could, basically on Snapchat, you can do something called Our Story, okay? Where basically it'll post it to your local area. So if you're at uni and stuff, some of your uni people might see it. And it'll really help this web show grow. And as we're all about the sesh, all about music festivals, all about relationship advice, all about sexual encounters, you know, the 16 to 25 kind of demographic is where it's at. So if you guys could share it on your stories and our stories, it'll really, hopefully, help this show and help the channel grow. So if you could, that would be fucking grand. Zach Shine says, Zach Kyriakides, stop acting like you're a big boy and go do your fucking homework. You want to be local roadman. Zach Kyriakides says, I'll fuck you up, Zach. Don't test me, kid. Come round my ends. Zach says, listen, if you want to go, then let's fucking go, you big melt. Jesus. Lucy Reed says, making friends at uni through a mutual love of diarrhea. That's absolutely right. Chris Matthews, right, guys, we have another Olivia in the chat. Everyone loves a good shitting story. Maria says, watching in the kitchen and making the flatmates endure it. It's not about enduring it, okay? It's a enjoyable experience. Okay. Here we go. Now for anonymity, I'm going to change the location. Alright, I'm going to make up a university. Well, just pick a uni. But buckle in, yeah, buckle up, guys, because this is quite a trip, alright? We're going to Browntown, guys, and I don't think we're ever coming back. Alright? Here we go. We'll say we'll say Lincoln University, alright? So this happened when I lived in Lincoln, going to Lincoln University. There's a club called... Chris Matthews' Browntown Gothic Bonanza, right? And my roommate and I used to go to the goth night, dressed in cardigans and other extremely white people clothes just for the fuck of it, to see if we could pick up goth chicks. Keep in mind that we normally dressed like goths, so really we did belong there, but we'd just dress in cardigans, because it worked. We both listened to death metal and had massive plugs and covered in tats. So we were doing our dress-up routine one night, and I meet this girl. We'll call her Maria. Really hot. More scene than goth. She looks young, but it was 21 and over, so I thought, well, she can't be underage. I offered to buy her a drink, and she accepts. Things are going well. She invites me back to her house and notifies me that her parents are out of town, so there would be no interruptions. Right? Once again, I'm thinking no biggie. She probably lives with them while she goes to college or university or something. So I tell my roommate to go home without me. She only lived a few blocks away, so we walk to her house. We get up to her room and things start getting hot and heavy. Yeah? Both of us are really drunk, hitting it from behind, and she says, "Put it in my arse." I wasn't sure I heard her right, so I asked what she said, and this time she yelled at me, "Put it in my arse." So I do. I'm going for a while, and because I was drunk, I've completely forgot where I was and where I was, if you catch the drift. Which hole he was in. Right? Anyway, it feels like she's coming on my dick, so I keep going. Start smelling something foul, though. So I pull my dick out and then put it back in her vag. By this time, I'm gagging because of the smell. Right? Smell is now that bad, it's like one of them, yeah? Then I notice a brown handprint on Maria's bum, where my hand was. I'm so close, but I look down and notice dark stains all over my pubic area and her arse. Right? So I get up and go turn the lights on, and that's when I see it. Yeah? That's when I see it. Shit. Shit fucking everywhere. Her ass, my thighs, up to my torso, on her bed, fucking everywhere. So I flip the fuck out and look around for something to clean myself up with. I see what I think is a white towel hanging on her full-length mirror, so I grab it and start furiously wiping myself down. She turns around and sees me doing this and screams, "What the fuck are you doing with my prom dress?" Yes, prom dress. I, still drunk, didn't put it together. I drop the dress, grab my trousers and run to her shower, leaving her in her bed in a puddle of shit. I clean myself off the whole time, whimpering and gagging. I get out of the shower, throw my trousers back on and go to walk out of the bathroom. Then there is a loud knocking on the bathroom door and I'm thinking, what the fuck? She said her parents aren't home. A dude says, who is in there? I'm thinking, fuck, her dad's come home. He's going to actually kill me. I decided, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to man up, I'm going to open this fucking door. And it's all going to be okay. So I open the door, right? And outside is a dude no older than I am. He looks me up and down and says, have you been fucking my sister? You know that she is 16, right? I said no and apologised profusely. I go to walk out of Maria's room. No, sorry, I go to walk out of the bathroom into Maria's room to grab my shirt before leaving, but standing in my way is another guy, but this guy is 6'6", brick shithouse. He's just a fucking giant, yeah? And he clocks me, and it hurts. I'm thinking I might have been able to take one of them on, yeah? But not both. Not both. So I get up. I shove the big one and haul my ass past them, snag my shoes on the way out of the way out of the front door, all while Maria is screaming and crying and both brothers are yelling at me. So I call my roommate whilst running down the street shirtless and sockless. He agrees to come and get me as I stress the urgency of the situation. I'm a few estates away from Maria's house when my roommate pulls up. I get in his car and he says, good God, what the actual fuck happened to you? I mumbled something along the lines of, I really do not want to talk about it. But I told him the next day and we had a great laugh. So basically, I ended up getting diarrheaed on by an underage girl, ruined her prom dress and escaped from a giant. Ooh. Drop the mic. Diarrhea story. Fucking boom. Yeah. Maria. Lucy says, don't want to be a dickhead who just cries false all the time, but how many people believe this 100%? I don't know if it's 100%, but I like to think that most of it is true. I like to think that most of it is true. Because, God, what a story, huh? What a cracking story. Dave says, if this story is real, it should be written in the Bible. Jack Knight's back and he's just missed the poo story. Jack, you missed the poo story, mate, and it was a cracker. The only thing my flatmates are questioning is why was the prom dress not in the wardrobe? Chick was 16, must have had her prom coming up at school. Guy McGregor, damn, I like this story. Ed says, that should be made into a movie. Actually, no, fuck that. Lily says, well, that was sickening. Chris Matthews, I thought this, Chris. Who has a white prom dress? White is kind of wedding-esque, isn't it? Lucy, I'm with you. I believed up to 2 massive brothers. I reckon there may have been a brother there. Might have been a bit weedy and he was just like, yeah, fuck brick shit house, innit? Do you know what I mean? Fucking socked me, but I was like, yeah, it didn't even fucking, do you know what I mean? I just fucking got out of there. I was like, yeah, I'll take that on the chin. But yeah, no, I was with it. I was with it up until that point. Had to laugh the next day. All stories have a happy ending. India's been put off her chocolate cake. Ellis says, was a story about Loz. Ben Music, Dudey, you planning to do some more covers? There might be some more covers in the pipeline. Chris is calling BS. Maria, she ain't pure no more. Aaron Coombs, she's 16 and got into a 21 plus club. To be fair, with those 21, like there's one of them in Norwich where you had to be like 21 and over. And the amount I got in there when I was 18, like the amount of 18-year-olds and shit that go there. So, if for a 16 to sneak through, I can buy that. Sum it up for me, geese, please. I want to know. Okay, so dude goes to a club, pulls a chick, because it's 21 and over, he thinks she must be, you know, legal, even though she looks a bit young. Goes back to her place. She asks him to put it in her ass. She shits all over him, shits all over herself. He goes over to what he thinks in his drunken days is a white cloth, pulls it off of wherever hanging up. It turns out to be a prom dress. He goes to the shower, washes off all the poo, comes out. The brother is there. 2 brothers. He gets punched in the face, runs out. His mate picks him up, and they talk about it and have a great laugh the next day. Ben says the silky smooth taste of fudge brownie Ben and Jerry's. Tom Evans, how did he not know she shat all over him? I mean, it was dark. They were pissed. You know, he forgot which hole he was in. He was that fucked. And yeah, I guess he was just like, couldn't really figure out the smell, where that was coming from. But it's just one of them things, isn't it? Honestly, if the dress was another colour, I'd probably believe it, but nah, not a white prom dress. Tommy Evans says it's kind of obvious. Jack Knight says sounds like a lot of poo produced for a 16-year-old girl. It was diarrhea. There's always go one step too far in these stories, I think. I was close to believing it. It was a good story though, right? It was entertaining, to say the least. When I got it, I was like, this is fucking great. This is great. If she's seen as well. Sounds like something from the In-Betweeners. Guy McGregor, why did she shit herself? She must have felt like she needed a shit. Double spoons, welcome. She's a slut if she had anal and she's 16. Sorry to trigger you all, says Tommy Evans. That dress isn't going to be white. But yeah, guys, gotta love a bit of poo, you know? Gotta love a bit of poo. But yeah. Playing family fun games. Bye, guys. Have a good one. See you, Maria. Bye, mate. Okay. Right. I've had another email. Okay. So let's just fire this one out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a story. I don't know if it's advice. But it's a short one. It's a short one. Are you planning on AQ? They did it earlier. I don't know if they have people on. No idea. I'll pop on after this, mate, and see if I can get a 5-man group together if you're about. Surely he can't have accidentally slipped it in the bum hole if she was 6. No, he didn't accidentally slip it in. She told him to put it in there. Give the man some vanish for his next bird. That's it. Right, okay, so we've got one from there's nothing about being anomalous, so we have one from Aaron Coombs, and he says, went to the first party in sixth form last week, and it was so Thursday, and it was a Thursday, and I had school at 8 the next morning. Liberty, I know. It was a rave type thing, and 2 of my mates did MDMA for the first time. Ooh. One of them passed out standing up and spilt one of the hard kids' drink, and now they are beefing. The other actually shit himself in the car with his mum. The next day he came into school and he still stank of shit. It was like In-Betweeners, and there are pin-ups of him saying I shit my pants. There is another party for Halloween, and they're planning on doing it again and are asking me. I politely told them to fuck off, but they keep asking me to do it. Do I do it or just stick to drink? Also, need advice on a costume. Okay, so basically what we're saying here, yeah? Does our friend Aaron do MDMA for the first time? As someone that doesn't advocate nor do drugs, I'd say no. But because for a start, if you're doing it at a party, that is not a controlled environment. But that's just me being responsible and boring. Halloween costume, you've got loads of options. But let's in the chat first of all. Let's have a look at the answer the drug question, then we'll go for the costume question. Double spoons, I will message you in the Discord, mate. Jack Knight believes it. Beautiful. Tommy Evans says, do coke first. Jesus Christ. What is it with the shit theme stories? India says, if you're not comfortable doing it, then don't. Tom Pascal says, no pressure for him to do it unless he wants to. If you're going to do it, split the pill in half, says Ed. Tommy Evans says, it's a lot weaker and will give you a feel for it. Zach says, don't give in to peer pressure. Do it off your own accord. Absolutely. Chris Matthews, metaphor for the channel. What is it with the shits theme stories? That's it. Dudey, I'm sure you blaze ganja at Reading. I haven't got an issue with weed. I haven't got an issue with weed at all. Second that, Ed. If you're going to do it, then have the tiniest bit. Emma's off. See you later, Emma. Dallas Day says yes, just don't be stupid with it. Ed Bonnie says agreed. I was an idiot the first time and couldn't move for half an hour at Reading. Jack Knight says stick to drink. I've heard it 1,000 times and been in the same situation. Peer pressure is a terrible issue that unfortunately is very hard to solve. Stick to your guns, mate. Dave says if you have to ask the web show whether to do it, don't. Good point. Chimpy says don't do it at a party, it's not safe. Do it at Weatherspoons, much safer. Dallas Day, take half and see how you feel. Lily Todd, don't be daft, do a half. Everyone's saying bye to Emma. Lucy Reed says get a testing kit. Chris Matthews says house parties are shit for MD. Ellis Hennessy, there's something called alcohol for fuck's sake. Big caps of pills are dangerous, but when I get the right one, they are banging. Jesus. Pills are not for parties, you nitbag. Probs wouldn't go for anything other than weed. Not really a good idea. Tommy says it's a pill or crystal. Lucy says house parties are shit, full stop. A party is the worst place to do it, especially, says Jack. Olivia Brown says if you do it once and you still want to do it again and don't really want to be going down that road in lower sixth form, sixth, if anything, at least uni. Vojtek Goodyuka, I hope I pronounced your name right, says I saw a girl at Reading pissing into a funnel and then another girl laying down drinking it. Hashtag scarred for life. Chloe says if you do it then don't mix it with Ket. Bad experience galore there. Zach Kyriakides, do it in your uncle's basement. Guy McGregor, fuck it, swallow a few pills and have a banging night. Big Kemp said do it off a 16-year-old's ass, to be honest. There we go. Some advice there. So make of that what you will, Aaron. I would personally say no, don't. But it's entirely up to you at the end of the day if you're live geese. Right, guys. The next question. What fucking costume if he does go? James Lambert, can't stay tonight. Have a good night, lads. Cheers for coming, mate. Right, costume, guys. Fire some costume ideas in for the dude. We have about 8 minutes left on this the web show. Gonna do an hour. Because I really need a wee. Dress as Loz. Not a bad suggestion. Send it for me for security and safekeeping. Sexy minion. Get the fake beard and all. Jordan, have you ever baby birded your drink into Loz? I don't know what that is, mate. What's a baby birded drink? Inflatable T-Rex costume, not as a pumpkin. A slutty cat. Prison convict orange jumpsuit thing. Mankini. Heading off now, people. Best of luck with your costume and MDMA. Thank you, Callum. That girl's shitty prom dress. That girl's shitty prom dress, yeah. Actually, wait, no, that's just Lars. Go as a fucking killer clown and scare the shit out of your mates on pills. Dress as a letterbox. Or a bush. Me and a very small mate are going as Willy Wonka in the Oompa Loompa. He does Ket, so it's going to be fucking hilarious. A pinging Oompa Loompa. There we go. Fucking hell, eh? There's some great suggestions there, guys. I appreciate that. I really do. Drug dealer, so when the cops come around, they won't suspect a thing. You can model yourself on my drug dealer character if you want. Some great suggestions there, guys. Dress as Rolf Harris. Get a bag of Mandy and a balloon and go as Lozzie. Nice, 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 nice. Just wear some merch and rep the Gremlins. Yes, Aaron Coombs says cheers, geese. There we go, guys. There we go. Look, we've had some advice. We've had a fantastic Pooey story. Yeah, it's been a fucking great web show. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Loz is not here. He better be here next week or he is getting sacked. Yeah. Rolf harassment. We've got some good things in the pipeline for you. A new prep guide coming, and a Halloween video. Those are what we are focusing on over the next few weeks. B. Jordan, wear a hat and a Sesh Gremlins shirt. That's it, guys. That's it, guys. I've actually got my merch on. Like, beep. It's my face. Get a sweet one, guys shirt. tpublic.com/user/Dudey Rhino. But yeah, listen, guys, it's been fun. Always is. And possibly a new t-shirt. Wear an autism shirt. Look like a spastic. Chris, your shirt will be coming, trust me. Big Kempsey, you should wear a dress as Whitney Houston, sit in a bathtub and do so much drugs you're OD. Jesus Christ. When do you think announcements start for Redden? I reckon December. But as soon as they come out, there'll be videos. You can count on that. Ali Pally for Don Brocage. November the 11th. It's going to be hype. Get Corey Taylor's mask from Slipknot. Listen, guys, if you could do me a solid, yeah? Tell your friends about this show. Tell your friends about the channel. Show them some prep guides, yeah? Help me grow. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, Snapchat. Just really does. Like, you guys make the difference. I grow because of you guys, you know, and you guys telling your friends, you know, telling people that might be interested, sharing on your social medias, getting retweets and shares and shit are what can make my dream become reality and what can really change everything on this channel. So that's my little plead, my little plug. So if you could do that, you guys would be fucking amazing. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you continue to tune in, and the stories keep coming, the advice keeps coming, sexual encounters keep coming, and yeah, I hope we continue to make you laugh and entertain you. Okay? Big Kemps has plugged about 7+ people so far. Fucking beautiful. Jack Knight, Dudey going deep and emotional. It's always just under the surface, mate. It is. There's a prep guide on an outfit, guys. What do you call a man who steals a tent and wheezes on my head? I have no idea. Back up to decent numbers again. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. We're getting back. We're getting back into it. September was chronic. We rid that storm, and we'll be back. We'll keep on. You know, at the end of the day, I'm never going to give up. So, just going to keep slogging it out, and we'll get there. We will get there. A bastard, says Logitech. Yeah, we'll get there. It's going to be sick. And I'll see you guys at Redden 2018. That is going to be insane. I'll see you guys at Ali Pally, Don Broker. That's going to be insane. Tim has just joined us, and it's literally now finishing. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Told all my mates about you and saved us all from getting cholera at Reddens. So cheers, geese. My pleasure, Ed. My pleasure. Listen, Facebook, Twitter, social media, fucking Snapchat. If you could, be fucking incredible. Thank you, guys. Web show every Monday, 8 PM. Yeah, I'll be here, 8 PM. Every Monday. Tune in. Subscribe. Lots of videos coming your way. Some good shit. See you in a bit. Also, check out DR Gaming. Thanks, Chris, for reminding me. I do a bit of gaming on my gaming channel now. At the moment, I'm playing through The Evil Within. That's fun. India told her boyfriend now all he can say is geese. That's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful. Right, guys, thank you so much. Tell everyone. Tell your nan, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your sister. Just tell everyone. Tell everyone. In a bit, guys. Bye-bye for now.